Okay, let's go to the first module. And the first module is about the site creation and the devices plug and play. Okay, we are going to divide this module into three different steps. The first one is about the devices initialization. That means we are going to reset the configuration of the devices and restart the devices. Okay, I mean the core switch and these two application switches and the two access switches in this AP. Okay, we are going to reset these devices and restart them so that we can simulate the devices without any pre-configuration. Okay, and for the customer, for the real customer, for the real scenario, after the customer buys the devices and after the devices arrived, okay, the customer need not to configure with the devices. All they need to do is just to install the devices into the rack and finish the connection between the devices and then power the devices on. Okay, so the device can finish the initialize and to perform the plug and play feature. And because we have already deployed a DHCP server in the network, and after the initialization of the device, they will send the DHCP discover and the request automatically to find the DHCP server and finally get the offer for the IP address and for the IP address of the AC 3.0 from the DHCP server so that they can obtain an IP address and also know the IP address and the port number of AC 3.0. And after the startup of the devices, they will register with the AC 3.0 automatically. That will be called the devices plug and play. Okay, so for the customer, the value is that they do not need to configure the devices okay, after they install the devices into the rack. And the second step is that we are going to, and after the step one, the devices will send the request to the AC 3.0. And for the second step, we are going to log into the AC 3.0 and we are going to use the user graphic of the AC 3.0 to create a site to contain all of these devices. Okay, so what we are going to do is that we are going to add all of these devices into the site so that the AC 3.0 can manage the devices. So after the step 2, you can see all of these devices and the status of all these, sorry, not the AP, the status of all these devices will be online on the AC 3.0. And the third step will be the maintenance of the site information. Okay, so this is the first module. And because that after we get the environments, after we get the devices maybe already have the configuration because the last guy maybe finished the configuration with the device. So we have to simulate the device's initialization. And the method is that let's go to the demo cloud. This is the demo cloud website and click the schedule. You can see the environment list. Okay, because that I have already scheduled the third one, so I click enter to enter the interface of the environments, and you can see the topologies here, the devices, the firewalls, the controller, DHCPs, and internet. Okay, every single element will be available here. Now the first step, device initialization. We are going to log into all of the switches one by one, and we are going to follow the guidance so that we can reset the configuration of the device and restart all of these devices to simulate the devices without any pre-configuration. And for the guidance, uh, after you enter the demo cloud, you can find the on-premise scenario here, and you can see under the step 2, you can find the on-premise scenario VXLAN, the demo cases, the world version of the step-by-step guidance here. Download this document and open this one. You can see we have the introduction of the lab topology, and we also have the cases in the how to demo the case, the guide. And how to initialize the device, you can follow the step here. And the first step is to delete the configuration on A access and B access, and reset the configuration to restart these two devices. Okay. And first, how to log in the device? Move over your mouse, and you can see the login button here. Click this one. The system will open the command line list interface. Okay, you can see we already have all of these devices listed here. And for the A access, you can double click the device. The first time you log in the device, the system maybe ask you to input the username and password for this one. And where can you find this one? You can click the device. And on the right of the interface, you can see the IP address, the port number, the protocol, and account, and the password, username and the password for this device. Every single switch will have different information here, but both of them have the same admin, username for administrator, okay, and password, same password. So we are logging into the access. You can see we already logged into this one, and we are going to run this command. Okay, you can copy this one to paste here. Okay, and make sure that you are in the right mode of the configuration. You have first you have to use the system view and then run this command. Okay, and after the execute of this one, you can see the warning of the system and just type Y. And after this, the A-access switch will have the configuration delete and it will restart automatically. Okay, and after it finished the restart, it will send the DHCP request and discover automatically to find the DHCP server, as I just said, and finally they will get an IP address for itself and also know the IP address and port number of the AC 3.0. This is the initialization for A access, and for the B access is the similar. It is the same steps. Okay, this one. And for the A edge and the B edge will be quite different. Okay, you can follow the guides here. And you need to log into the A edge. Okay, and just follow the command here. And every single command is used for a specific purpose. For example, this one is using to delete all of the AC errors configured on the edge devices. Okay. And for A edge, B edge, the steps will be the same. Okay, you have to execute all of these commands one by one on A, and after that you go to the B edge. Okay, input the username admin and the password Huawei at 123. Okay. As I just mentioned, you can find the username and the password here. Okay, and follow the guides to delete the configuration and to restart the device. And the step 3 is that about the border. Okay, you also have to log into the border and follow the command here to execute this command, this one. And after that, all of these devices will have no configuration, and they will restart and to find the DHCP server. Okay, we have already finished step 1, and let's go to the step 2. Now for the second step will be about the import related devices on AC 3.0. Okay, let's go to the AC 3.0, the controller. Just move over the mouse and you can see the login button here. Click this one. The system will open one ChromE for us in the login to the AC 3.0, the website, okay, automatically. And we also have the username and password for the AC 3.0 automatically input into the Chromie, okay, so that you need not to input the account for the administrator, okay. Well, this will be the interface of the AC 3.0. You can switch the language here for Chinese or for English, okay. Okay, this is the index of the AC 3.0. You can see we have the site status, we have the map, and on the map you can locate the site, and you can also see other informations, okay. And you can see that we have design, we have a provision for configuration, automatically deployment, and we also have the policy, we have the admission for the authentication, and the monitoring, for example, the site monitoring, the stations monitoring, and alarms, okay. And we also have the maintenance. You can upgrade the device here in the system menu, and by default, if you already clear the environments, you can see that there is no sites available on AC 3.0. For the reason of time, I will not to demonstrate all of the details under the step. Okay, so let's go to the step 2. And after we finish the step 1, the devices will register with the AC, will send the application to the AC 3.0. Okay, and for the second step, we are going to create a site and add devices into the site so that the controller can manage all of the switches in the AP. Okay, so we go to the design and we go to the devices management, and by default, you may cannot see any of the devices list here. So the first thing is that we will add devices. Okay, click the add devices button, and you can see that we have two ways to add the devices. The first one is the manual creation. That means you have to add every single device one by one. Okay, and the system provides you a more convenient way is the batch import. Okay, we choose this one, and you can see that the AC 3.0 will provide you a template, and actually this is an Excel file, the table. You are going to follow the table and to finish the information into the table. Okay, you will fill in the name of the device, the SN number, and the row, something like that. Okay, the model, something like that. Okay, into the table, and then you can import the table into AC 3.0 so that we can use the batch import with one click to have all of the devices contained in the Excel file into AC 3.0. And actually, we have already provided the Excel file with the information on the demo cloud. So you just click this one to find the document. Okay, let's go to the disk D and find this one. And you can see that we have several different files for batch import. And because that I am using topology 3, so I'm going to use the topology 3. And you can see that we have English version and the Chinese version. Okay, so we have, because that I am under English the version. Okay, so I will choose this one and click the upload. You can see we already have all of the information of the devices. Okay, Actually, all of the information is contained in the Excel file that you are import here. And after that, you can click the OK button. And after this step, you can see you have already created a site which will named site A. And under site A, you can see that you have 6 devices: AB access, AB edge, and border, and 1 fit AP. And because that we have already finished the step 1, and now we have already finished step 2. Okay, and after that you can see the status of the devices will be normal. That means the devices is online on the AC 3.0 or managed by AC 3.0. Maybe except the AP, because we do not finish the configuration for now. And this is step 2. Okay, let's go to the third one. The third step will be maintains the site information. And after step 2, you can see you can go to the site management. You can already see you can see that we already have a site A available here. And you can configure the site, or you can operate and maintain the site. This is the site management. And the device management will be the interface that for you to manage the devices under the site. Actually, you can add new devices into this site. And maybe you can also have several different sites. And for the basic network design, you can go to the physical topology. The system has already discovered the physical physical topology of your network of this site. Which device connect to which one? You can see the topology here. Actually, the AC 3.0 get the information from the device. Okay, the devices use the LLDP technology or protocol to discover the link or the connection interface information, upload the information to the AC 3.0, and finally the AC 3.0 will get the whole picture of the topology and show the topology here. Okay, you can also move the icons here, and you can save the position of every single device. This is the topology. Okay, and let's go back to the site management. And you can also maintain the site information here. Let's go to the operate and the maintenance. And you can see for the overview, we have the device health, the network health, and you can also have the floor plan here. And let's delete this one first. Okay, the first time you go to this interface, you cannot see any data here. And for the AC 3.0, you can add the building here so that you can use a visible way to maintain the devices, to maintain the network. Let's have an example. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add one building here, which the building's name is building A, and I will go to add one floor here. Floor number will be floor 1, and name will be 1. And I can upload the floor plan here. The system has already provided a picture for you. Okay, you just click this one and go to the path here. Go to the path here. Okay, and then you can find the file here, the picture here. Double click this one, and okay, you can see the floor plan. And what we are going to do is that we are going to click this one, and you can see all of the devices on the site. We are going to drag one of the device into the floor plan. Okay, for example, the real location of the device is here, so I drag the device here. And imagine that if you have a floor with many different devices deployed in different locations, and you can use this way for you to using a visible way to discover the deployment of the device. And if one of the device has a LAN, you can see the information here. This is the maintenance of the site.